Understanding the pro-life perspective. The pro-life movement is a deeply rooted and passionate campaign centered around the belief in the sanctity and protection of human life, from conception to natural death. This view is built on moral, ethical, and often religious foundations, emphasizing that all human beings, regardless of their stage of development, have an inherent right to life. The core beliefs of the pro-life movement. At the heart of the pro-life philosophy is the conviction that life begins at conception. Proponents argue that from the moment of fertilization, a unique human being with its own genetic identity is formed. This view leads to the belief that the unborn deserve the same rights and protections as any other person. The movement is particularly focused on opposing abortion, advocating for laws that restrict or completely prohibit its practice. Many in the pro-life community also extend their views beyond abortion, expressing concerns about issues such as euthanasia and assisted suicide. Their mission is to defend life at every stage, promoting a culture where vulnerable individuals are cared for and supported, rather than viewed as burdensome. Ethical and philosophical arguments. The pro-life stance is often grounded in fundamental ethical principles, such as the inherent value of human life. A primary argument is that it is unjust to end the life of an innocent human being, and since the unborn are deemed fully human, they should be protected. Philosophers and ethicists within the movement point to concepts of human dignity, emphasizing that every life has worth, regardless of physical or mental capabilities. A key pro-life argument addresses the rights of the unborn versus the rights of the mother. While acknowledging that pregnancy can be challenging and sometimes life-threatening, pro-life advocates assert that the right to life should take precedence. Many argue for compassionate solutions that offer support to expectant mothers, such as financial assistance, adoption options, and comprehensive prenatal care to ensure both mother and child are cared for. Scientific perspectives. The scientific basis for the pro-life viewpoint often comes from embryology. Medical textbooks and research indicate that life begins at conception when a new genetically distinct organism is created. Pro-life activists cite this scientific consensus to support their argument that abortion is the taking of a human life. They often highlight the development milestones of the fetus, such as the beating heart at around 6 weeks and detectable brain activity, to emphasize the humanity of the unborn. Religious and cultural influences. Many pro-life advocates derive their beliefs from religious teachings. Christian doctrines, for example, emphasize the sacredness of life, influencing a large portion of the movement. Other religious and cultural traditions also uphold the value of protecting life, contributing to the global spread of pro-life sentiment. However, the pro-life argument is not exclusively religious. Secular pro-life organizations argue from a non-theistic standpoint, focusing on human rights and ethics. Criticisms and challenges. The pro-life stance faces significant criticism, primarily from those who argue for a woman's right to make decisions about her body. Opponents highlight the importance of reproductive freedom and the potential consequences of restricting access to safe abortions, including dangers to women's health and socioeconomic disparities. Additionally, some critics question the pro-life movement's commitment to supporting children and families post-birth, arguing that comprehensive health care, education, and welfare systems are necessary to truly uphold the value of life. Pro-life in action, advocacy and support. Pro-life advocacy goes beyond legislation. Many organizations work to provide tangible support to pregnant women, offering counseling, shelter, education, and medical care. Crisis pregnancy centers and adoption agencies are often run or supported by pro-life groups, aimed at providing alternatives to abortion and ensuring that women are not left to face difficult situations alone. Activists also engage in educational campaigns to raise awareness about fetal development and promote the value of adoption as a viable and compassionate choice. The movement seeks to influence cultural attitudes toward life and encourage more support systems for families. The way forward, seeking common ground. The debate between pro-life and pro-choice perspectives remains one of the most contentious in modern society. Despite the divide, some advocates from both sides seek common ground, such as working to reduce the need for abortion through better access to contraception, sex education, and resources for pregnant women. Others focus on the broader aspects of women's health and societal structures that can help empower women while also upholding the dignity,